What's going on YouTube? It's Sean here, and I am back today to give you guys a review of the Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG in the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse or Origin Story colorway. These dropped this past Friday, December 14th for $160 US or $215 here in Canada. The official colorway for this shoe is gym red, white, black, and photo blue. So as the nickname of the shoe suggests, this is a collaboration between Marvel and Jordan Brand in celebration of the release of the new Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This shoe is supposed to represent the sneaker that's worn by Miles Morales in the movie. Here in Canada, these were a widely available but limited release at the same time. So they were available at many of the Foot Locker and Champs stores, but each of those stores didn't get too many pairs. And since this shoe is Spider-Man related, this means that not only sneakerheads were going after them, but also comic fans or fans of Spider-Man as well. So jumping straight into the shoe, at first glance, these really remind me of the Chicago Air Jordan 1s. The base of this shoe is constructed using a very nice and very tumbled white leather. You can see along the toe box, we have your signature Jordan 1 toe box with these perforations running throughout. Wrapping around the edge of the toe box and then running up the center area of the shoe where the eyelets is, here we have this tumbled red colored leather instead. Found throughout the red leather used on this shoe, you've probably noticed by now that there's this polka dot like effect that covers the bottom to the top. Those polka dots or spots are actually little hits of 3M so that when you take a picture of these shoes with flash, this shoe is going to light up, creating a very dope effect. Continuing on with the mid panel, so once again we have that white tumbled leather, and then overlaid on top of this on both sides of the shoe, we have this black colored swoosh. So instead of the traditional leather, in this case the swoosh is constructed using this synthetic material that has a bit of a rubberized feel to it. And then on the outer edges of the swoosh, we have a glossy finish to it. If you take a real close look at the swoosh, you'll notice there's a bit of a honeycomb texture to it, which gives off the vibe of the material found on Spider-Man's costume. So we have more of this red leather found on the ankle collar area, and then on the lateral side only, we have the Air Jordan Wings logo debossed in black. Taking a look at the heel of the shoe, so really nothing special here. We have more of that red colored leather, and then more of those 3M spots found throughout. Surrounding this top ankle collar area, this area in black. So this is once again constructed using that same material that was found on the swoosh. So this again has that rubberized feel to it, along with that honeycomb print. Moving on to the laces, so these are your standard black flat laces which have red lace tips, and they also come with a secondary pair of red laces with blue lace tips. One thing I'm curious to see is how these would look with blue colored laces instead. Underneath the laces we have your padded white nylon tongue, and on the top we have this blue tag which has the Nike Air branding in red. The inner liner of this shoe is constructed using black textile, and then taking a look at the insoles, so these come with a blue colored insole with the Nike Air branding on the heel in red. So the upper of these Origin Story Jordan 1s sits atop this full-length foam midsole. Encapsulated underneath the heel but not visible to the eye, we have a Nike Air sole unit, and then flipping these over to the bottom, here's your classic Air Jordan 1 outsole, but in this case the entire outsole has this icy blue finish. From a sizing standpoint, so these fit and feel exactly the same as all my other Air Jordan 1 retros. So for me, I got these in a size 10.5. If you haven't worn Jordan 1s before, most people say stick true to size, but for sure I'd recommend trying them on in store, not necessarily this colorway, but any standard Jordan 1, just to get an idea of how they feel. Comfort wise, so nothing special to say about these feel exactly like all my other Jordan 1s, so it's going to be a bit of a stiffer feel underfoot, but it's going to work perfectly fine for just an everyday lifestyle or casual use sneaker. Quality wise, I was actually pretty pleased with these shoes. So the leather used both on the white and the red, it's very nice, very soft and tumbled, and for the pair that I picked up, there was no noticeable glue stains or any paint flaws, so overall a pretty good job in my books. So enough talk, let me throw these on feet and I'll show you guys how these look. I grew up being a huge Spider-Man fan. I used to be the guy that would buy comics every week, have the action figures, the posters, the whole 9 yards. So combining my two loves of sneakers with comic books made me super excited actually for this drop. With that said though, I feel like Jordan Brand missed the mark a little bit. I feel like there was a huge opportunity to utilize the Air Jordan 1 silhouette and tie it in much more strongly to the Spider-Man movie. Personally speaking, I would have preferred, for example, maybe a solid blue outsole, and even something small on the insole like webbing or an image of a spider, really just to separate this shoe beyond just being an everyday average Jordan 1. However, for those of you guys who don't own a pair of the Chicago ones, then this is probably going to be the closest we'll get in the next little while. It's just for me personally, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be picking up the Chicago ones over these ones in my closet because of how similar they really look. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of these origin story or Spider-Man Air Jordan 1s. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Instagram at sgo8, check out my Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.